Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be unboxing Hail Caesar, Caesar's Gallic Wars, the starter set from Warlord Games. A massive thank you to Warlord Games for sending this copy out for me to share with you, and if you'd like to find out more, I'll put a link to the product down in the description below. Let's get started then. We'll get the box completely unpacked, go through all the contents, and hopefully this will give you a really good idea about what's included, and then you can decide whether or not to add this to your collection. This isn't the game I would typically play, so it's really fun to be trying out new things and really delving into some historical war games here on the channel, and this looks like a great little set to have a skirmish battle on the tabletop. On the back of the box it tells you exactly what's going to be included, and so you can see at the top right here it tells you all the contents, including the Gamers Edition rulebook, the introductory guide, all the different miniatures, dice, reference sheet and casualty counters. You get a close-up look at the two armies that they've included in the starter set, and there you can see the Gallic Celt tribes who are going to be going up against the Romans. And then you've got a little introduction here in the bottom left-hand corner, a few paragraphs to set the scene and get you ready. And of course there'll be a little pamphlet in there with a bit more information. So there you go, that's the outside of the box. Now let's get this open and we'll have a look at all the contents in detail. I'll make sure to do some nice close-ups of all the sprues so you can see the quality of the two armies included. And we'll flick through all the books that are included as well. This is a big chunky box, I can tell already. It's packed with loads of good stuff, got some weight to it, and I look forward to seeing what they put on the inside of the boxes as they give you some little sneak peeks into some other games and also some units you might want to add. But here you can see that's the lid taken off, nothing inside that, and we're welcomed straight away with this nice little book. That's the A5 rulebook there, and then we're also going to get the Gallic Wars introductory guide, which is like a smaller little booklet. We'll have a good flick through these later on. Nice little map, like in maps, so good to see that included. Then we've got here the quick reference guide, and we've got some little casualty counters here, which are different. I haven't seen those before, so I guess we cut those out. We're going to put those on the battlefield. I imagine they'll have some effect with the rules. Going to get some dice. This is all packed by Mirella, so thanks so much. Great job getting all this together. Big thank you to Mirella and the team. And then we've got here some shields. Got a nice pack of decals, and look at all this, all the sprues you're going to need to get all these models built, and there's a lot going on here. These look like the Roman ones, these are like square sprues, and then you've got the rectangle ones for the Celts. Yeah, look at that. That's a big chunky selection, and then we've got some bases going on too. I'll get all those measured up with a ruler later so you know exactly how big they are. And then here on the side of the inside of the box, you can see the Hail Caesar sets, different books you can get, different sets you might want to add on to expand your army. Then there's another game, Black Seas, that looks really cool. Black Powder, the Waterloo campaign. These are epic battles, so they're going to be much smaller. And then you've got SPQR there as well. Let's get everything laid out on the table. You can see this box is really crammed with loads of good stuff. You get a lot of sprues for both the two armies, and then you get all the books and everything that you're going to need as well. So let's begin. We'll start working our way through each of the components of the box set, and we'll start with the dice. Altogether you're going to get 12 of these 6-sided dice in the blue colour, and these are going to be 10mm in size. Next up we've got the decal sheets. These are going to be for your shields, and these look great. These look really well done. You're going to get some for the Celts, some for the Romans. Looks like 4 for the Celts there and 2 for the Romans. So these are going to be your shield transfers. Give you a close-up look. Nice and crisp. Those are looking very good. And you can see their copyright Warlord Games limited 2016. And then these ones are a little bit older at 2012, but very nice. These are going to be really good on those shields. And I guess you could do quite a simple paint job on the miniatures. There are quite a lot of miniatures here altogether, 128 of them. So these are really going to add the details that you need and bring them to life. Seen the transfers, now let's have a look at the shields then. So here we've got the Celt shield sprue, and there's going to be 5 of these sprues in there all together, and it looks like there's what, 5 shields per sprue, so 25 of these shields that you can add. Now I don't think these are resin, but there's certainly a different feel to them, a different kind of plastic to the models themselves. And on the Warlord Games website it does only say that these are plastic components, but here you can see them next to the decals there. They're going to go on really nicely, fill up that whole area. So very good, yeah. Just get these painted up and then you just pop those on. There's all your details for the army done. Now let's have a look at the Gallic Wars introductory guide. So we've got this little A5 pamphlet, very nice, 20 pages altogether, and very crisp and clear, giving you a nice amount of history about the different battles. I'm really enjoying this side of these historical games, and with Bolt Action especially, I'm really enjoying reading through the books. You could even just get the books and read them, to be fair, and just start building the army as a collection. You don't even have to play. I think there's enough to keep you going outside of actually gaming in the hobby with these games, and this one certainly looks like it's going to be on a similar vein. And here you can see some really nice close-up shots. You've got great references if you want to paint your models. They're all very clearly labelled, and so you know exactly who's who and what they're going to do, and also what bases to put them on. That's going to be an important part of this kit, I think, knowing how to assemble them so that it plays properly. And then you've got all your pitch battle and your special army lists and all the rules for everything that's included. Nice little page there. Straight away, I want some horses and some artillery, but there we go. Really nice little booklet to get you going. All right, we've got some more books to look at. Let's break it up and have a look at all the sprues then. There's quite a lot here, and we're going to be dividing them up into different sections so you can see exactly how many of each type you're going to get. So we get quite a lot for the Celtic infantry because there's 80 of these miniatures that we're going to be building. And then you're also going to get 48 of the Roman infantry. So that's a lot of models, 128 models altogether. I'm hoping they're quick to build because this could take a little while to get them all assembled. And you definitely want to be speed painting these, right? I don't want to be taking too long on 128 miniatures, but I think looking at them here, they're going to be great for speed paints, really good for contrast paints, and then especially with the decals, that's really going to add all the nice details you want. But the rectangular sprues in the centre and to the right, those are all going to be for the Celtics, and then we've got these square sprues for the Romans, and then they'll all share the 3 sprues of bases that are in the different sizes. Let's start with the Celtic infantry, and here you're going to get 3 of the same sprues, and we'll have a close-up look now, go through every single part so you can really see the quality of these. And these are made in England by Renedra Limited, so these ones are going to be a little bit older if we go by the decals and the dates on them. You can see Warriors Command sprue there, and then let's find the date. That's going to be on the side. You've got warlordgames.co.uk. Then at the top of the sprue, these are going to be Warlord Games Limited 2008. And then we're starting to see all the weapons and shields now. So as well as the shields you get separately, you also get some on these sprues. And we've got the torsos, the legs, some banners. But you're not going to get any heads on this particular sprue, except for these ones down the bottom left. But those aren't alive heads. Those are dead heads, so that's going to be cool. I guess you're going to be holding on to those to scare the enemy a little bit. But otherwise, looking pretty straightforward with these. Just got the legs, then stick the torso on, find the heads from the other sprue, give them a shield. Some of them have got weapons in their hands already, and you're good to go. So I think speed building is the way here. Do it all in batches, and it shouldn't take that long. Next up, we've got these. We're going to get 6 of these sprues altogether. And again, they're going to be the same details on there, same dates as well, but we can now start to see all of the heads. And you're going to get quite a lot. There's going to be 15 heads on these sprues, so that's straight up enough. You've got 6, 15s, 90 heads altogether just from these 6, so that's going to be plenty for your 80 infantry. And we've still got some other sprues to have a look at too. So yeah, you're not going to be short of heads, that's for sure. These ones look a bit quicker to build as well, because we haven't got those banners, so it really is a case of just giving them the right weapon and a shield and then just getting those all assembled. So pretty quick. I'm not seeing an awful lot of mould lines, so not too much trimming and scraping to do, which is going to be a bonus for sure. But really liking the heads. I think they've done a great job there. Lots of variety, details looking good. Certainly going to be enough to take those contrast and speed paints. You've even got some that look a little bit older than the others as well. So good to get some experienced infantry amongst the ranks there. But all up, very nice. This is going to be great. Looking forward to getting these built up. And I'll do another video later on once everything has been built, so you can see it all put together. Alright, now we're on to these bases. So here you're going to get 3 of these sprues all together. And this should be everything you need to get everything based up and ready to go. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to do a video once the models are all built, and then on the bases talking through how I've put them together and which models I've put on the bases in line with that introductory guide we saw earlier. Let me know if that's something you think would be helpful in the comments down below. And also, if you've got any questions about anything you're seeing here in the unboxing, then please add those down. I'll do my best to answer them. If I don't know, I'll see if I can find out from Warlord Games too. Let's get the ruler out and we'll measure these up. You can see you're going to get 9 of these squares, which are 40mm by 40mm. And so 9 per sprue, that is. So you're going to get 27 altogether. Then you've got these long rectangles. These are going to be 20mm. And then this one's, what, 80. And then the one down the bottom, we're looking at 40mm for that one. And then the smaller squares, they're going to be 20mm by 20mm. Right, let's grab those Romans and we'll have a good look at these models. And right away, I'm seeing lots of texture now. They've got a lot more armour going on. And these are a little bit more recent at 2013. And you can see here, Caesar's Legions with Gladius. And there we've got some heads, 6 heads. You're going to get 4 models per sprue. And there's 3 of these particular sprues, so 12 models. You're going to get 18 heads to choose from. Nice selection. You've got the different arms there with the Gladius. And then you've got on the back loads of nice detailing going on with the armour. So that's going to be really good. I think, again, quick to paint. I'm liking the heads. The plumes look good. So very nice. These ones I think will be quicker than the Celts to get built up. Of course, it's not a race to get all these done, but there are quite a lot. And for me, I just want to get playing quickly. But here's another set. You're going to get 5 sprues of these guys. Again, 2013. All the nice detailing in there. These are going to be Caesar's Legions, the command, and you're going to get some different heads and helmets there and some furs to add on. Also, one of the banners to carry too. But very nice, really good looking models these, and lots of expressions on the faces too. And there you can see on the other side, you've got some of the different heads to put on. So you can certainly are going to get a load of heads. There's going to be lots of spare ones after this. And then here we're going to get 4 more sprues, and again 4 models per sprue. And then here you've got the heads again, you've got the bodies, and then you've got the different weapons. These are Caesar's Legions with Pilum. Now I'm doing my best to try and pronounce all these historical games, all the components, the units, the weapons properly. So if you see any mistakes or errors, please let me know. Obviously I'm not going to get everything right. And that's something I'm really enjoying about these historical games. I'm learning loads. It's really great to find out about the history of things. And yeah, really good. It's not just gaming. This is a totally different experience to what I'm used to with the games I've covered on the channel so far. So it's been really fun, and I hope you're enjoying it too. Okay, now we've seen all the sprues, and what a lot of sprues. How fun's that? It's time to have a look at the actual rulebook. So this is the A5 softback Hail Caesars Gamers Edition rulebook. And very nice size. I like the A5 size for these books. Takes up a lot less room on the table. And this one's got a nice cover. Decent thick cover as well, which is good. So that's going to hold up when you put it in and out of your bag. And I really like that they put down everyone that's been involved in the process. So you can see here the game was designed and written by Rick Priestley. And it's great that photography, artwork, editing and special thanks all mention people involved in the project. So really good that a big company is doing that kind of thing. I think it's fantastic. Here you've got the contents very detailed. I find that you'll be probably using that as your index as well for these games, especially with bolt action as well. Really well laid out photography. I really like their books. I think they're just so cool. And straight away, I want an elephant now in my army. I think that looks brilliant. Got to be done. And some carts too, and chariots. It's got to be done, isn't it? We can't just stop here with this starter set. Got to get some beasts in there and some different creatures. But yeah, really nice. And this is good. Example of basing. So I'll use that in that video if that's something you want to see as well. And I'll refer to both books that were included. I love the mix of photography, graphics, illustrations. Really well done. And it's just so inspiring. You get this and it kind of makes you want to build them and play with them for sure. Also makes you want to buy more things. Now I need a boat too. I don't think the elephant will fit in that very well though. But now we're on to the game rules, and there's quite a lot to read through here. And as you would expect from a big game like this, it's going to be pretty rules heavy, especially as far as combat is concerned. There's some ranged combat, but it's the melee really that has all the intricacies, I think, here. Movement as well, that's going to be important. Getting your formations right. So yeah, there's a bit of a commitment if you want to learn to play this, to go through it. And I think once you've read through it though, maybe once or twice, played a couple of games, you're probably only going to be needing the reference guide. And the reference guides, as I said earlier, they're done very well, and so that's really going to help you in the games. It certainly helped us with bolt action, and I'm expecting the same here. Now we're on to hand-to-hand combat, and you can see some very good examples. It's a rank and file game for sure, and so these are going to be invaluable, I think. Going through flank and rear charges, charging 2-on-1. This is definitely something I haven't experienced that much in the past, so I'm looking forward to trying this. Something new. It's always good to try something out of your comfort zone maybe. And with all these examples, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward to go in. But again, you're going to have to invest some time reading in it, as with any good game. You can see that the illustrations, photography, that continues all the way through, very nicely spaced out. I like the space in between the different columns on the pages as well. So it does, although there's a lot to read through, it doesn't feel heavy. So you can certainly go from one section at a time. You've got room to add notes if you wanted to as well. You can highlight and things like that. So that's going to be very helpful. But the way they've used the imagery really breaks it up and makes it flow nicely, I think. Then we're on to scenarios, and you can see there's not going to be an awful lot to set up here as far as terrain goes. But there are some terrain rules, so if you want to start doing some different kind of battles, incorporating things like rivers and stuff like that, then you can certainly do that too. And here's some nice images. We've got a kind of fort going on, lots of trees as well. And then we're on to the quick reference section. So yeah, very nice, that quick reference section. And then you've also got the rules summary. So the rules summary, once you've read the book a few times, I think this is going to be your next step. Obviously, then you're going to be going through that, using that in the game to make sure you're covering everything. And then once you've got familiar with it, you've got the reference guide right at the back, just that couple of pages to use. And also the insert that comes with the box, which we still haven't seen yet. So let's grab that out and we'll have a look. But that's the A5 rulebook covered now. And here you go then, here's the quick reference sheet. So hopefully you'll get to the stage where you just need this, and then that's going to help you go through, make sure you get everything right. You can see there for ranged attack and for combat, there's quite a lot to refer to, but I think once you get playing and with all the examples included, you're going to have no problem at all with that. Then you've got the casualty counters to cut up as well. I wonder if people laminate those. Is that a thing that they would do? Not quite sure. I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to keep them in top condition. But that's really nice. A good solid reference sheet. And that then covers everything that's included in this Hail Caesar, Caesar's Gallic War set by Warlord Games. And I think this is awesome. Great value for money. Again, I'll put a link down below to their website. It's affiliate links. You'll also be supporting me here on the channel. If you do pick it up there, I'll get a small commission. So thanks so much for that if you do. But great value, a brilliant way to get into these historical games, I think. You certainly get a lot of models, 128 to get going with, the rulebook and everything you need to start. And then it's a case of just adding on a few of those extra units, get some elephants, and you're good to go. A massive thank you to Warlord Games for sending this set out for me to share with you. And if you're interested in finding out more about the different games they do, then each week I'll be unboxing something new, probably a couple of times a week the way I'm going at the moment. And I've already done a few, starting with this one, A Gentleman's War, a really good way to get into bolt action. And I've done some of the expansions too, the Italian Alpini Mountain Troops, and also Wojtek the Soldier Bear, who comes with Campaign Italy Tough Gut. There's a lot more lined up over the next few weeks. We're going to be looking at Victory at Sea. We're going to be having a go at some more desert units for bolt action. Also some winter starter armies, tanks and loads more. It's very exciting and I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. A big thanks to you for watching the videos and for clicking on the links to my sponsors and supporters, helping me to keep going with these daily videos. I've been having a great time lately, trying out lots of new games and introducing new games to the channel. Hope you've been enjoying those. And if you like solo games, and you like World War II and zombies, or you like Vikings and zombies, I think you'll enjoy the series I'm doing from Raybox Games. So look out for those. And if whimsical fantasy is your thing, check out Moonstone. What a great skirmish game. Stunning models, a brilliant narrative, just an all-round fun social game to play with your friends with some great mechanics. Here's another game that's really caught my attention lately, Torch and Shield. You may have seen the video I've done recently where they've got some proper dwarves going down into the depths, fighting each other, looking for treasure. There's all sorts of monsters included. If you like Hero Quest, there's certainly a vibe there, but definitely old school in the artwork, the approach, and the models are fantastic. I've been looking for proper dwarves for ages, and I finally found them, so I'm very happy with that. Look out for more coming for that game soon. There we go, that's a really nice selection of games, and Hail Caesar's going to certainly fit in there with the historical gaming side of things. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down below, so let me know what you think. But for now, thanks again. If you liked the video, it'd be awesome if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.